you thinking was supernatural? You under spells or look into a crystal ball. I'm not like this other girls at all. I'm the type of girl that make you forget that
helping your concentration there, Karen? Just like looking out like, oh.
Type double tap 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 what everybody like. You can check my steps, got everybody's eye, and I run them laps round everybody's mind. All of these girls on my vacation, that mean they all cap. Being the best at whatever I do, that's something on brand. Type of girl that you wish for when you blow that candle out. Type of girl that you wanna take back to your mama house. Type of girl that don't ask for what she wants, you taking out. Type of girl who got bag and some quality, yeah, Chanel. Now you know that you were cold cause you fit my fire.
Here we go, come on now.
Hearing choirs. If you say something else, you a liar. Cause I'm that girl that drives you crazy, but you can't leave me alone. Got you thinking maybe I'm supernatural. Put you under spells or look into a crystal ball. I'm not like these other girls at all.
What did I miss?
I'm the type of girl that make you forget that you got it tight. That make you let me
Morning, Heidi.
I'm the type of girl. 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 Like the like the
Woo! Welcome to Tuesday mornings in the house. Oh god, the thing's like not closing. So my husband, just like to crack you guys up, my husband was so annoyed that I was unwell on our holiday, and he just like kept like, he was being kind, but he was like walking past me like, you know, like, oh, every time he walked past me. And then this morning he wakes up and I'm like, you're sick. And he's like, ugh. So he's now on the couch. I had to tell him to turn his music down, turn his program down because it was crazy. I don't know what he's watching. But shit, karma comes and kicks you in the butt. Anyway, Sassy Sisters, thank you for being here. Thank you for being live. I know a couple of us, Grand Rising, and just opened my eyes. So you are totally all good, babe. And I know some of us can't make this one, and that's totally okay. It'll be recorded and all the things. Excuse my voice, but I want to hear how you're doing. I want to hear in the chat how your business is going, and let's really get nitty-gritty about business today, right? We're talking about quantum leaping and how to do it without burning out your nervous system. And we're also talking about how that creates a frequency match and actually creates a pendulum process. So the quantum physics that we want to go into today is going to be a shift in the way we hold it in our body so that the body is actually matching a different frequency. So this isn't just a transmission consciously. We're going to go in with Kanika and clear out where the body is afraid for that quantum leap, right? That piece around quantum leaping. So let me know in the chat one word that you're feeling and a sentence around how your business is feeling right now. I'm just going to turn off my heater. And next week we're going to do a hot seat coaching. And I've got a couple of key embodiment pieces I want you guys to do before then.
I forget the question. I must have gone into a trauma response or something.
So one word of how you're feeling. And then the question is, what is happening in your business? Business is ready for a redirection. Oh, amazing. I can't wait to hear more. How embodied does that redirection feel, Karen? So like, yeah, this is fucking happening and I know it's happening. Nice. Yes, motivated, and I feel compounding interest in my business. Feels like traction, having inquiries for the first time. Erin, amazing, babe. This is fucking awesome. Okay, what do you feel like that's down to? Let's dig a little deeper. Karen, 80%. Yes, I'm motivated. Feel like I don't care anymore. Feeling a big change is needed. Amazing. Okay, so noticing that this is also in the collective, right? That there is a big rewiring around what motivates us and our values. So our values are shifting a little bit. This is because we're having quite a big shift in the body, obviously. What are you noticing around your values changing? Yeah. Shattered, feeling the collapsing, giving up, but really desire to reignite. Totally, right? And this is what I want to speak to is on a collective, being clearing transformation. I have more space for people to land. I let a day go at work. So 3 days up, amazing, right? So the word that you used that is going to play out a lot in our conversation today is the space. All right, because space is where we expand our capacity. And this is where quantum physics comes in, right? Is that if you look to space and you look to the impact of something on a field of space, so you're seeing it as a grid, basically. So let's see, like there's a matrix, right? It's got a grid, and you're seeing an impact of something going into that grid. If it's small, it creates a smaller impact. If it's larger, it creates a bigger impact, and it wraps around and creates more space. Right? So this is the quantum physics behind how we actually impact by creating from a small space that creates a domino effect to a bigger space, right? So what Erin just did is she collapsed time, right? By giving herself 3 days off, she collapsed time and created space. So therefore, there was more space in her nervous system to be able to call in the clients that she's been wanting. So it created this vastness, all right, which allowed her to shift a point in her business. The unmotivated feeling means that we're shifting in values, which means that the matrix itself is shifting. Okay, so we have known that this year originally seemed like it was going to be like this abundance, right? It's number 8, it's the dragon realm and all the things. But with abundance, with the manifestation of abundance, comes the full collapse of the matrix that can't support that abundance. Right, this is what I've been shown in my meditations when I haven't been able to breathe. Right, so you get a different kind of vibe, right? And so what's happening is that the matrix, the grid that it was sitting on before, that grid is collapsing, and so our desire for nothing, like there's no care, it's almost like a what's the point, is dropping because the new quantum matrix that's sitting over here that's more crystalline in state is coming up to be activated. But it takes a deep space being the word, a deep space for us to actually bring up those new seeds that are birthing this consciousness, right? And we are right in the cusp of this. And this is why quantum physics is so important in the process of quantum leaping, because we can stay in that space, and that makes total sense right now because our bodies are ready for a rebirth, and or slash this and that, or we can create space so that the next version of us can be in a momentum going forward, right? So that by February 2025, you are literally, you've had your space, You've created some momentum while you've been on holiday space kind of energy, and you kick off for February, you have momentum that has more of a domino effect that's now become a snowball. Okay, so I would really like everyone to read The Big Leap again, if you haven't already, but if you have, remembering in there how they speak to one domino this size, when it's falling, can impact a domino twice its size. Okay, so you've got one domino that impacts one that's twice its size, so the next one that it's impacting is twice that one's size. Right, so by the time that you do about 6, 7, 8 of those, you've now got a compounding interest on your efforts. Right, massive compounding interest on your business and your efforts. And so what we want to do is we want to see the bigger picture. We're going to call in your higher self and your higher business timeline and call it into now. Find out what that one domino effect is going to be, because it only takes one thing for us to shift, to change literally to change the degree by 1 degree and create a shift, right? Because if you think 1 degree over a longer period of time, this could take you down a $10,000 month, or this could take you down a, $1,000 month. Is 1 degree. It can literally be a huge impact, right? So from that point of view, we want to find out what that domino effect is, that first piece that your body desires to do, or what you are doing in your business that's going to be that domino effect, and allow that to be the snowball effect that's going to continue on. Now, this can feel really frustrating in the beginning, right? Because what I'm inviting you in is into space. And space is really hard when we've never actually just sat in space, right? And being in that total void and discomfort and uncomfortableness, that is the place that these new seeds grow. That's the soil, that's the fertilizer. But so many people just keep doing, keep going, keep pushing, and don't actually come back to what is going to be the one thing that creates the big leap within your body, within your field, within your business. Okay. And sometimes it doesn't even look relevant to what you are actually doing. Like, as in, it might not feel relevant to your business, but the reality is it will have a ripple effect on the rest of your life. So therefore your business. Does that make sense? So when I sat in the uncomfortableness of feeling really quiet for 3 weeks and feeling unable to really be all of who I know I am, what came of that was I went down and was like, right, I'm re-strategizing my business. Okay, so next year is going to be a totally different way of business strategy for me. But that's going to take 90 days to shift from the way that I have been working to this new way, right? And it's probably, in reality, giving it full kudos, it's probably going to take 18 months to come around and be the bigger business. So I might lose income for a period before I gain a much bigger income, right? So it's me scaling, but I'm actually shifting my strategy to scale, right? When I went down to the core of what that domino effect is going to be, what is that one thing that's going to create that domino effect for me? It literally was dancing. Right? It came way out of the scope of what I was like, okay, I need a YouTube channel, I need this, I need that, I need da-da-da, whatever. It literally went, whoop, no, the only thing that's gonna make the shift is a dance a day. Right? And I was like, well, why? And I don't need to know why, but what my head is always about why. And I was like, why? Because until I am dancing every day, I'm not in the pleasure field of doing the thing, which is dancing. And when I do the thing, everything cascades from there. It's literally a snowball effect for me. Right? Yeah, dancing. Funny. Right? And I haven't been dancing. I haven't been dancing most of the year. Just before I got sick, I was dancing that week. Right? And I was like, yeah, this is amazing. Why haven't I been doing this all year? Right? And then I get sick. So this is what I'm saying is the quantum leap isn't what you think it is when you keep looking to the future and going, I want this. It's about how I feel this now and borrow from that woman that I am becoming to know that I'm always available for this from this one action that embodies her every day. Because the reality is I can keep teaching you through Sassy all the things, all the marketing, right? All of the processes that got me to 360K in a year. I can keep like trying to support you in what exactly the way you want to do it, which I do, you know, if there's a different way that you are planning to do it, or, you know, how your voice comes across, your message comes across. And at the same time, the biggest shift I had from that 50K to 360K was there was an absolute decision in my mind. I declared it that there were 33 people in Kanika, right? And from that, that's my literally was my only entire goal, my intention. I had no idea what that was going to make out in finances. I had no idea that I was going to be like, I'm feeling so good, I'll put out a 30K offer and someone picked it up, right? I literally was just feeling so good because I was dancing every day and I was calling in those 33 people. Right. And then I made other offers that people picked up like that. And I was like, oh shit, I just got 60K out of nowhere. Where'd that come from? Who are these people? What is happening? How did that happen? Right. And I threw it out there and it happened. But I heard the call that morning in my dance, put out a 30K offer and get them to pay before 31st of December. And boom, there it was. Right. So it wasn't that I had been aiming for that. It wasn't that I was going, okay, I'm going to make this much amount of money. It actually was me going, this is the direction I have been shown I need to take. It is 33 people in Kanika. Because of that momentum, right? I then was feeling so good that the space opened up. And I was like, yeah, I've got space for 2 VIPs at 30K each. I mean, honestly, I think I'd only ever charged like 8 grand. Right. And I was just being a sassy tart and being like, yeah, I can find someone with 30K. Right. And then literally it happened. And that resourced a lot of the work that I did for that year. Okay. From dancing, from being in my alignment first. So this is where we go pleasure, do the thing. That is literally your second. The pleasure comes first. Do the thing. And feel the domino effect. See the bigger picture of your servitude. Like, what is your priestess's path? What is that going to look like next year? What is the one thing? Don't try and do 10,000 things. I want you to pick one thing that is always absolutely top of mind. And I don't want you to go small, because when you go small, you actually collapse into like, can I do this? Can I not do it? When you go big, this is the like when you're doing the 10 times rather than the 2 times. When you go big, what you're doing is you are stretching your nervous system to be like, yeah, I can hold that. And it feels way the fuck out there right now. But because you're like excited about it rather than anticipatory of like, can I get the next 2 people? Right? When you go big, you just all excuses collapse because you're like, that is what I'm doing, and I'm not apologizing to anyone. I'm not asking anyone for permission. Right? What's that feeling like? What's that like? I know there's nitty gritty. I know that there is a, right? And let's turn anxiety into anticipation. Your 2025 is literally being laid down right now in your consciousness. So what beliefs are you going to activate? Right? So, There's only one thing you get out of Sassy this year. It's that one. What is that pleasure field that is going to be activated for you to be in motivation? And 2, do the fucking thing. Do it. 3, I want you to start a journal, even like a new journal if you want, but I want you to start a journal with every day, same one, for the next 90 days. Mark my words. Right? Because mark my words brings in a declaration. Mark my words brings in a decision. Mark my words, I know this is happening. Because the way quantum physics works is that when you have this molecule, let's say over here, and you have another molecule over here, when you focus your attention on this one, it will flip to be a particular shape. And this one over here has to flip to be its counterpart. So this might be on the other side of the world. It might be in the other end of the universe. But when you focus your attention on this one, quantum physics, without a shadow of a doubt, this is 100% how quantum physics works, it will shift this molecule, which automatically shifts the next molecule, right? To create a balance. So what I'm saying is when you focus your consciousness on this one thing, the do the thing one thing, the pleasure field thing, and you say, mark my words, I'm going to fucking dance every single day. Right? What you're doing is you are shifting the frequency that is out there that is waiting to be collapsed in time and brought to you. Is this making sense, this landing? Does it feel like a transmission in your body? Are you feeling it? Karen's like, ah! What does that mean? Right? And then the next thing I want you to really bring in is the clarity, right? Clarity doesn't happen until after you take the action. Now that's a mind fuck because we've been taught the opposite. Clarity doesn't happen until you've taken the action. Now the reason for that is our body reacts so much faster than our thought processes. So when you let the body lead and you take the action, you're like, I don't know, at a networking thing, or you're at dinner with some girlfriends and you're kind of all in a similar industry, not quite the same, but a similar, but you admire someone across the table and you're like, but I don't want to talk to her because like she's better than me, or, you know, shit like that. And you just let your body lead and your body's like, yeah, I want to talk to her. I want to find out what she knows that I don't know, right? You let the body go there, you have taken action, and then the clarity will show up, because then you'll have a conversation and she's probably like, oh my gosh, I've been meaning to learn about bones for so long. So how about we jump on a call like after this and we jump on a podcast, right? Giving you the timeline of how this process happened for me was I was working with a friend. She suggested my work through word of mouth to, for those of you who know her, Gabby Kowalski. Is that her name? I feel like that's something off. Okay, yeah. I was thinking it sounds like something off Monsters Inc. Is it Kowalski off Monsters Inc. as well?
Mike Wagowski? What girl?
Big house scheme.
I don't know. I know what you mean. I've thought the same thing.
Okay. I was like, oh, that didn't sound right. And so then I had a couple of leaders. So I had 2 from New Zealand, and then I had Gabby. And then I got to speak to that group on the left, who literally maybe 12 people were in that masterclass. And then I got to speak to the Magic School and Gabby's, and there were probably 25 maybe, but people were on replays as well. And in that moment, of course, all of my fear came up. Do I know enough? Is this like, I knew enough, but can I get it across in the way that I needed to get it across? And in that moment, that's when I danced before I got on, and I was like, this is my chance. This is my take the action and just do the thing, right? In that moment, that next couple of days, so in that moment, I just made up on the spot that I would do anybody's Mayan signature, I think. I was like, fuck it, just come in and be in my DMs and I'll do your Mayan signature. My body took action before my thoughts were like, shit, that could be like 50 people. You idiot. And it's going to take so much effort, right? But my body took that action. Then the next week, I did a fruit cleanse. And then the next week, a friend was like, well, why don't you help other people do the fruit cleanse? And I was like, oh, yeah. So I took the action. I was like, oh, I'm doing it already. So let's do it. That kind of created a magnetism. Then I did embodied ascension codex, right? Which was like all of these things wanting to come in and through me. And I was like, well, I don't know if it's going to work. Okay. And from there, that's when I was like, this is it. Kanika is ready. I am taking it to the world. There are 33 people, 33 of the vertebrae that need to come in. Okay. So it was all my body taking action before my thoughts could jump in the way and be like, you don't got this. Okay. So this is where I talk about pleasure field, do the thing, and then mark my words, I've got this. I back myself. Mark my words, I will dance every day. Mark my words, I am a frequency match. So that's the timeline. I don't think I've ever shared that with people, but that's the timeline and how it rolled out. And this year, I've probably dropped 60K. And yet, at the same time, I've also had most holidays off, school holidays off, and an integration week each month that I've stuck to. Right? So that's just me calibrating to a new level, which is about to quantum leap in the next 6 months. I can feel it, especially after this 3-week miasm clearing, right? Because I've decided, because I've marked my words, because I have declared, my next level is right there. It is literally just me changing the strategy to literally create more space for my body to make this work. Right? Okay. So tell me what's coming up. I'm hearing it, but I'm feeling myself slump. Exactly. Because this is the moment where your body is like, oh, and shit, right? This and that. Okay. So what's that? What's the story the body is trying to pull up, which is not going to serve this quantum moment? Because it's just a story. It always has been. Even if the thought is actually true in the universal, court of law, right? It's still an opportunity for you to choose whether that truth is going to support you or not, right? It's truth that some people hate Kanika. We have had that recently. That's truth. And is that going to support me? No. So I'm not choosing that truth. It's somebody else's truth, right? Yeah, my body feels broken, tired, and sore. Totally. Absolutely. Because that's where I've been the last 3 weeks. I'm like, really? Can I do this? Why is my body so exhausted? What are the things, right? That has literally been the thought process that has been coming through for like, can I hold the bigger $1 million Kanika Global? Can I actually, after all of this, can I? Yes, because I'm creating space with pleasure. That's why my strategy has to change, because my values have changed. I want to homeschool my son, not for his sake only, but for mine as well, right? And then Karen, I love this. Thought, been here, done that. However, it's not the truth because I haven't been consistent. Okay, you're already gaslighting yourself for one. Let's love on her. She's so fucking cute. And thought, been here, done that. Yes, we have been here and done that in a different frequency. The person you are today, Karen, is not the person I remember last year, like even close, right? And your next challenge is to get out there and fucking own it. Like, I want you to be in embodiment spaces. Like, where are the circles that you're actually speaking about narcissism and how it impacts the people, right? And start small. Start with 3 or 4 people. And then let's get you to 100 people. Because you're a badass. You've got this. You've been through it. You've been through more of it than anybody. Yes, Trina. Oh my gosh, I love this one because it means that you're literally on a up level, right? I feel like I'm outgrowing my clients, the people I'm attracting. You are, because you have changed, because you are changing your money story, and because the people that you were supporting had a particular money frequency that matched you, and now you're like, okay, I can serve someone at a higher level with less, because that's how quantum physics work. And so of course those people are going to change. And that part is really scary, because you're like, okay, this has been my community for this long, and what is going to happen if I go over here and I level up? The people who are ready for you to level up, the people who are at that frequency match, will come with you. Will, period. The people who aren't ready might not come with you now, but they will come with you later, or they won't come with you, and you've just actually got to make peace with that. They think I'm crazier than ever in the work I'm doing, right? And yet, how much are you masking how fucking crazy you are? Right? We are all so bat crazy because we are consciousness shifters, because we came here to change the fucking game, the rules of the game, not actually change the way we play the game. We are changing the game. I can get a whole lot hotter, trust me. Oh, that is gold, right? We've got to own these parts of us that are afraid that it's too much, because you look at the people who are all the way out there. Okay, so let's look at some, throw in some names around people that you feel are way out there, but they're actually like, they've got the most insane business, like it's running insanely. One of the women that always, that blew my mind when I first, Gabby, right, is, what's her name? Elizabeth April, right? Full channel to, you know, I don't know what they call themselves, but I don't, oh God, what are they called? Galactic Federation, full channel to them, right? And she has thousands plus a membership that people pay, like, I don't know, $55 US, and she's got thousands of people in there, right? And she is talking way out the gate, right? So let's just borrow evidence that that works, and that they still have families that love them, because it's not how they show up in their families, right? We don't have to tell them exactly what our business is all about. I had someone walk off on a date because I was too far-fetched for him and I was at 1%. I love you so much. I love. We're cleaning out the fodder. It doesn't work, right? Cleaning out the fodder. I feel like I've gone backwards, lost confidence. I don't even know what I'm here for anymore. Fuck yes, Heidi. I hear you. I have so been there recently, right? And what this is, and what I believe it to be, and you just take what you need and you know, pick up what you want, is that the nervous system has got to a point where it's like, I can't be bothered doing this same shit over and over and nothing shifting. And so this is the misery of addiction, is the addiction itself. This piece is that we've been stuck in a particular level of what we believe we're capable of. And so there has to be a shift, right? Otherwise, it's a kind of, I back right off and don't do it. Or I have to completely change the rules of the game so that it fucking works for me. All right. This is not an easy industry. And in fact, the boom that happened a couple of years ago when COVID kind of hit has gone down the other side, right? It has started to level out. People are more discerning. People do want to know what your niche is. People do want to know how you will actually change their reality. They need the outcomes, right? It has changed. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And at the same time, the people who are owning it are the people who are unapologetic about how good they are at what they're doing. Right? And some of those people are fucking marketers. I can tell you, they're just marketers. I got into the stupidest mastermind at the start of the year. I couldn't believe it. Right? She's a fucking brilliant marketer. Brilliant. Because I got so sucked in. Right? And there are still very genuine, very integral people out there. So that's a discernment piece, right? But even if you did own your shit, this is the sassy piece. Even if you did own your shit and were like unapologetic about how awesome you are, what's the worst thing that can happen from that? People think you're a big head. Wah. I'd rather make money than have a problem with people thinking I'm a big head. That is literally how I had to shift my mindset when I went from 50 to 360. I'd rather make money, be supported and resourced and be in my greatest expression and servitude than worry about people thinking I'm a big head. Right? And I have had my confidence knocked this year with the attack around here from all the community because they were watching my Instagram apparently and I'm that crazy lady. And I'm like, and what? I'm making 4 times what you make. Wow. Like, if you want to follow my Instagram, whatever, but I will block you now because I'm not putting up with that shit, right? I don't need my community around me locally to like be in love with me or love my work to know who I am. If they don't want to know who I am as a person, then who cares, right? But that's taken me a little bit to process. But let's get real. That is often the biggest issue. We're afraid of being a big head, but the reality is you are cutting yourself off at the knees because of what somebody else is going to think of you. Who cares what somebody else thinks of you if you are living in the misery of addiction, of being addicted to the thought patterns that you've been addicted to, around thinking that you're not good enough or that it's going to be too much or you're going to be tall poppy or you're going to be too big for your boots or you're going to be a big head, right? That is an addictive process. Yeah, it's activating. I know. Because when you choose to step out of that and own your fucking brilliance and your radiance and your gifts and the power of the version of you that you're bringing forward, because that power of you, the version of you that is fully expressed, is the most fully expressed DNA version of you, is the creator's biggest expression of you that you came here for. That was the point, for you to be the most biggest expression of yourself. And if that is being held back by what other people think, we've got it back to front. We're addicted to what other people think, then deciding that we deserve to be resourced, looked after, and bring our servitude in by giving and receiving in this equal, powerful measure. Wealth is not gross, it's not icky, it's not disgusting. It's a gift. When you gift yourself your fullest expression, you don't have to keep healing to get here. You just have to fucking decide. Yeah. And confidence comes after taking action. It doesn't come before. Confidence is built by taking the action. You don't build confidence before you take the action. The action is what builds confidence. Erin, what did you need on a t-shirt? I love that. We're gonna get you a t-shirt or something.
I would rather make money than care about people thinking I'm a big head or something. A real
Quote.
sexy t-shirt. I can wear it around.
Yeah. Bitches, I'd rather be resourced, rich as fuck, and happy helping people than give a fuck what you think. Yeah. And I did wonder that, Heidi, because when we kind of try and encapsulate what we do in the vastness of being cosmic as fuck priestesses, it can lock down our creative power. Like anytime I've tried to do a business plan, it actually just throws me way the fuck off. So yeah. And yet I understand that you know, would do really well with that funding and grants. And that's actually got a piece with Karen as well. So what I might do is I've got a lady who has created a whole charity through funding and grants. So I might actually see if she can do a little masterclass for us. Don't know if it will be beneficial, but why not? Why don't we try? There's the action. I'm going to take action and reach out to her today and see if she can do a little masterclass for us. Okay. What if you take the action, then you overthink how it played out after? So that's that is literally when Kanika and your nervous system regulation needs to come in straight away, like as fast as you can. So I haven't been posting for like very often at all for the last 2 months, 3 months since the whole like getting attacked thing happened. And I've posted twice in the last 2 days, and both times I felt quite like shit, like, oh my God, I'm posting. And what if it doesn't even make sense and all the things? So I had to shake it out straight away, right? And just go, it is what it is. Communication is communication. Me being here is a communication, right? So me just saying hi would still be a communication of like, hey, I'm here, right? And then I saw a woman who, I don't even know who she is, but because my feed, has anybody else's Facebook feed been really weird lately? And I got a random one from this woman going, I'm selling my mastermind next year for early bird, 555, I think it was, per month. And I'll get you to 10K months. And I was thinking, I thought she was like already like 40, 50K months, right? That was like my thought process. Anyway, I went and looked at her thing just because I thought she was playing in a higher bracket. And I went and looked at her profile, and she had posted 8 times that day. 8 times that day, right? And I was just like, man, I post once and then I'm like, tick, like, yay, I did it, right? So I know that when you go back on her history, there wasn't much prior to that, right? But in the last like 3 weeks, she's obviously decided and made a decision that she's going to quantum leap and that she's finding those 20 people for the mastermind before 2025 even hits, right? And she's owning it to the point where I make 20K months, and I went and looked at her site because I was like, what is she doing? Like, what is happening? Oh, she's literally 8 times a day. Now, I'm not saying you need to do that, period, right? We're not about like having to do that kind of thing. But if you have a thought process that literally goes, like, I had one yesterday and I always forget to do it, but like I should have written it down right then and like been like done, right? But when you have those just chuck them up. right? Because those moments are the times where you take the action and that person is maybe captured by that piece and then comes onto your space and is like, this woman's got it. This is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. Yes. Yeah, totally. Right. Coming back into writing posts again, I'm like, literally for the last month, 2 months, I'm like, what do I even have to say? You know, like I've literally been like, what do I even have to say that's going to help anybody? And I've been off socials for quite, like, as in, I've been off from posting, but I've also been off them. Like, I've been off them for a couple of months. Just, needed to get a break and not be comparing that I'm not doing enough or all the things. And so when I came back on, I could see a lot of it feels like it's just repetitive shit over and over. And so that was my value in that moment is I want to offer things that actually people start to think about, right? Thought leadership. Right? I want to actually offer stories that embrace a thought pattern or a conversation or right, Trina, it is, yeah, it's just repetitive shit, right? So that's what I'm inviting you into is like, if you do the thing, you write the thing, shake afterwards, but also bring yourself to the edge of your comfort because your posts aren't going to get anything unless you are at the edge of your comfort. All right, is this going to be safe to say? Ooh, who am I afraid to piss off today? Right? Play, shake, dance, move it. Yeah. All right, so we've got pleasure. Play in the pleasure field first. Do the thing, right? Confidence comes after action. Confidence is bred by action. Right? Confidence begets confidence. And if you want your breakthrough moment where it's like cracking your heart open, ask Creator how they want you to serve and do that without questioning. That's how all this process started for me. Was I literally was asking, Yeshua, hold my hand, show me what you want me to do, lead me. 2 days later, I started getting attacked by somebody. And I was like, oh, wow, why? Why is this part of my journey? Right? Because I was being called to be more convicted around Kanika and how fucking powerful she is. And how my business needs to strategize and change and shift to support her. Okay. Initiations aren't easy. But that's why we do what we do. Because we're badass, sassy bitches. We're really good at alchemy. We're really good at what we do. All right, so what's happening? Are we ready to do the transmission? Everyone's like, right, so what we're going to do first is we're actually going to shake. Trina, if you're still in bed, I just want you to shake lying down. All right, we're going to shake first, and then we're going to go into the transmission. And when I invite you to shake, I really want you to like feel that chest shaking, right? The diaphragm, moving that diaphragm. And watch out for anybody who realizes I don't have a bra on. Oh, damn. Cool. What is it for you? You being like, are you looking after someone with Kanika? Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's just shake that down. Know that this person is totally coming into Erin's field, totally connecting. I love it. Celebrating you. Awesome. Have the best time. Mwah. Bye. Ah, she left that to the last second. I love it. Okay, so let's shake first, and then we're going to go into the transmission. But I want to hear from you before we jump in. What is the one thing? What is the domino? Yeah. It's dancing. Yes, too. I did it 3 times last week and boom. Right? And what if it was a daily thing? What if that was just a non-negotiable? You know, you don't ever have to decide again because you've decided that every day is a day that you dance like you brush your teeth. Amazing. Rebounding, flying, or dancing to music. Okay, so how are you going to be accountable, right? Is this going to be like something on your fridge that you just go and magnetize because you did it that day, right? To give yourself that little tick, or is it going to be that you drop into the group, right? I want you to make this so habitual that you don't even realize you're doing it because it's absolutely part of your day. It's not a decision you have to make, it just is part of your day. Yeah, amazing. Gonna do myself a chart. I love that. Give yourself that dopamine hit when you're like, yeah, I did it today. Yes, drop into the group and share the song. Okay, how about sharing the dance? Sassy has been quiet for a while. How about we all do like 30 seconds of dancing? Don't have to record the whole thing. How about that? You're in? All right. In. All right. So we have 30 days. Let's go to the 11-11. So we've got just under 30 days, right? To dance every day and drop it in there. No more than 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever, 30 seconds max, so that we get a feel for the dance, but we also know that it's landing, right? It's happening. Okay, 30 seconds every day in the group. And you can be lying down in your bed, just being like, right? That can be a dance because it is. You're moving, right? Hey, Trina. And I will engage. Okay, then dance whilst I'm gazing. Yes, I love it. Yes. And I will engage and enroll a group to do the same so that there's, a continuity. But I genuinely like this kickstarted my whole online career was dancing with a group of women online. So let's do that. Let's play. All right, let's shake first, and then we're gonna jump into I'm gonna do Type a Girl again just because it was so cool. And then we're gonna jump into a transmission, and I'll try and record it as well. No. All right. Making it out.
Type of girl that'll make you wanna dream. Type of girl that comes straight up off the screen. Type of girl you wanna ice and make me freeze. Type of girl you wanna wipe up, sign the plate. I bring money to the table, not your dinner. Both my body and my bank account could figure. Thinking about me, but there's nothing to consider. If I let you in my circle, you a winner. Didn't know that you were cold till you found my fire. Heaven's gate just open up, hearing quiet. If you say something else, you're a liar. Cause I'm that girl that drive you crazy, but you can't leave me alone. Got you thinking maybe I was supernatural. Put you under spells or look into a crystal ball. I'm not like just other girls at all. I'm the type of girl that make you forget that you got a type that make you love me when the only thing you done is like. I'm the type of girl, I'm the type of girl, I'm the type of girl, I'm the type of girl. Like da-da-da, da-da-da-da, like da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I'm the type of girl that everybody type, double tap, 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 what everybody like. You can check my steps, got everybody's eye, and I run them laps round everybody's mind.
All right, so as you come back, I'm going to invite you to like lie down or sit in a really comfy chair, whatever that looks like, feels like. Just bringing your body into a space to relax, drop in, receive. All right. And as you see yourself walking down a long empty road, off to the left, you see a portal, the violet flame that holds the portal. And you feel the invitation from your ancestors, from your cosmic ancestors, to move into the portal. And on the count of 3, you let go. 1, 2, 3. Letting go, moving into the portal, dropping in, dropping in, dropping in, flying through a million different beautiful clouds of light, pastels, vibrant colors. And as you feel the lightness, you realize your body stayed back and you are just consciousness. You may choose a different form. Maybe you are a hawk, an eagle, a whale, a stingray. Maybe you are just light. And what you can feel and see is the original moment of your soul's birth through the violet flame into the distance. And you are magnetized to see the process. as you are drawn to this original soul essence, you can see threads, golden threads of light, radiating in every direction in a 360-degree direction. And many of these threads are vibrant, and many of these threads are in shadow. But there is one particular thread that is calling you. And as you are magnetized to this one particular thread, you recognize the energy frequency of a timeline. And unraveling this timeline like a papyrus, you see the codex within the papyrus of this timeline. And this timeline is crystalline in nature. And as it pulls off the page, all of these codes start to create a sacred geometry in and around you, but most specifically within your solar plexus. And like a hologram, you can start to see the way your business, your life, your relationships, to your body, to the Mother Earth's body, to others, to your common unity, to your community, to your bank accounts, to your lifestyle, to your impact on the global grid. As it opens up around you like a force field of seeing yourself within the earth, of the earth, surrounded by the earth, and observing the earth. In 360 degrees, you open this timeline and connect your solar plexus to it completely and utterly, downloading, upgrading any new information, any activating information, any light codes, any DNA upgrades, clearing out without needing to even know about it any parasitic, heavy density, slavery matrix forms. As it drops out into the void, clearing, cleansing, and releasing through the recycling process. All nutrients, nourishment, and replenishment comes directly into your solar plexus, into your stomach and your spleen, the manifesting spaces, and you are easily able to digest, so that you remember that you have infinite supply of energy to bring this timeline to life, because it is not your energy you are using. It is the energy of the original essence, the Karnika seed, the seed which holds everything in it, as it grounds and roots into the earth and draws all the nutrients that it needs to grow and grow without effort, naturally building resilience, remarkable awareness, activating your cosmic, galactic, and earthly and elemental gifts. You see your business fueling you in a way like you've never felt before, that your cup is so full that you are overflowing with abundance, that you have more than enough to offer others, that you can breathe deeper than ever before as you rest, receive, as this beautiful business fuels you and thousands of others. Your voice carries, even if it is quiet, it carries through all water, all space and time. And all of a sudden it comes back into you fully and completely. You feel the full anchorage of this energy. And you start to bring it all the way home by stepping into it and into the version of you that is ready to embrace this. And as she walks up to you, the version of you that knows that she is fully looked after, supported, resourced, and that her voice matters, her servitude matters, that her crystalline grid that she is bringing to this earth in and through her through 1,000 different means and ways is here for this time and space, here and now, for a specific reason. And on the count of 3, with your hands held up in a high 10, you are going to step into each other, feeling the physical shift as this occurs, as you embody, as you feel the timeline shift directly into your physical being. 1, breathing deeply. 2, calling all your power forward, all your grounded rootedness upwards into your body. 3, step into your highest self. Your higher self steps into you. Your shadow self steps into you as well, knowing that is totally welcome as you all upgrade together. This is you before the word, before the creative power that is influxing into your body. And as you spin out of the darkness, you come back in all your glory and all of your royalty, back to the portal, back through the violet flame, carrying with you, within you, the living library of everything that is possible. When you decide, and as you step through that violet flame, you know you do not have to do anything for this to be a reality. It is already a quantum experience. And if it can be consciously believed, seen, felt, then it is available to you. And you can rest in the knowing. There's nothing you need to do. Know where you need to be. Except to rest and receive it fully and completely. And as you walk your path, the golden path back into your body, you step into your body here and now. Here and now. 1, 2, 3. Just going to leave a song on so that you can journal, maybe a message, maybe a field, a frequency, maybe a letter to yourself. Letting your body adjust. I can feel a lot going on in the frontal bone, down to the xiphoid, sternum, which I'm going to release. While you do that, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. All right, sisters. Just want to hear from you. What is your biggest piece? Might be a puzzle piece for somebody else as well. So when you're ready, feeling free to unmute. You don't have to unvideo if you don't want to, but unmute and just let us know.
A lot of pieces, but I think keep bringing myself to the edge of comfort. Good reminder. Thank you.
Discomfort is the soil, right?
Mm.
It seeds the new growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, Julie.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know you're probably integrating a lot too. So Karen, how you going?
Yeah, there was lots of pieces, but it's the dancing every day. I was showing last week how it works. So
I hear you. That is literally our challenge, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Celebrating us. Trina.
Hi, I'm here.
Hey, babes.
Yes, it was interesting. It's given me more motivation, I feel. What was the question? What's our
What's the biggest thing you want to like speak into? Anything, like whatever came out of any of that.
okay, yeah. I think just like realigning with new people coming into my field. I feel like that I'm really shifting into a new level of client awareness from people
Yep.
that yeah. And I feel like that will really help me take off.
Absolutely. It's like shedding a skin of the snake, right? Like it's uncomfortable as fuck, but it's so worth it because
Yeah.
the people who are ready to go to your next level are waiting for you. Like they're waiting for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Exciting.
Yeah. Amazing. Did anyone else see like the 10,000 billion different light codes coming in on that?
Yes.
I was like, just like, it was just like a fireball of solar, like, but like it was crystalline. And I was like,
Yeah,
amazing.
mine kind of were coming up and then they began to move themselves into an infinity loop shape, the infinity shape. Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Awesome. All right, sisters. So I've added a Sassy next week for hot seat coaching. I'm going to drop in a few embodiment processes to do this week so that you can come into our hot seat coaching with like a little clarity as well. So, all right. Sending you so much love. Thank you for being live. That was fun. Love you all. See both of us too. I think I see Karen and Trina today. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
I think so. Bye, guys. Bye, ladies. Yay.